Mohamed Sharif, flag goes up against the attacker. Four Al Ahly players in this Egyptian starting 11. Mohamed Sharif. Chance here for a second for Egypt. It is Sharif, and it is 2-0. Clinical finish, stroked it beyond Ahamada, set up by Mohamed Magdi Afsha. And Mohamed Sharif, well, the offside flag denied him a potential chance moments ago. And this time, nothing stopping the Egyptian forwards. Ball given away carelessly by Najim Abdou. And Egypt making Comoros pay the full price. Intercepted by Afsha. And immediately slotting it through for Mohamed Sharif. He tucked it calmly beyond Ali Ahamada. So 2 goals in a couple of minutes inside the opening 17 minutes for Egypt in Cairo. And they look well on course to wrap up top spot in Group G. Well, this is the second time Egypt has scored more than once in a qualifier. Beat Togo 3-1 on match day 4. That was in November of last year. Comoros, the only other team in this section to have scored more than once in a single game. And they beat Kenya on match day 4. That was a vital win for them. Left them on the cusp of qualification. But they are staring at their first defeat in 6 matches right now. Trailing Egypt, the 7-time winners of the African Cup of Nations, by a couple of goals. Less than 20 minutes played at the Cairo International Stadium. Well, how Egypt would have loved to have lifted the trophy for an 8th time. This very same venue in 2019. It wasn't to be, as they fell short, suffering a shock last 16 exit at the hands of South Africa, who, by the way, won't be competing in next year's finals. They were beaten by Sudan at 2-0 yesterday. Finished 3rd in Group C, so Bafana miss out. And Sudan put them to 2nd place behind Ghana in that group. Well, Egypt have lacked flair for the majority of this qualifying campaign, but can they turn on the style here on a match day 6? The pressure is off, really, particularly now that they're 2 goals ahead. There's Salah in the middle. If Sharif can pick him out, that he can, and it is 3-0, bang on at 20 minutes, and Mohamed Salah has his first goal of this qualifying campaign. Egypt are ripping Comoros apart here. 3 goals to the good. Less than half the first period has been played as well. Far too easy. And from taker to maker, Mohamed Sharif supplying the assist, this time for teammate Mohamed Salah. And a thumping finish from the Liverpool man. Again, little for to do about that. Sweet first time strike from Salah. And Comoros pull one back here. Good ball into the area, but Mohamed El Shinawi well positioned to get there, just ahead of the advancing striker. Well, this is certainly more of what you'd come to expect from Egypt. Salah getting his first goal in qualifying, just his second appearance. That's the first 4 games, a combination of injury and illness. By Salah. Two Egyptians getting in the way of one another there. Sharif and El Wench both attacking the same ball. Goma. Trezeguet. El Wench. Ball through for Sharif. Again, a lot of space here. Laid off to Trezeguet. Pulled out a shot for a moment. Volleyed across goal and cleared just in time by Abdu. There's Afsha. Already set up 1 goal. The second scored by Sharif. Trying to cushion that volley across the 6-yard box. Another opportunity here perhaps. Afsha has it. Slipped through to Salah, rounds the goalkeeper. And it's 4-0 with less than 25 minutes played. Well, it's not going to sour the mood, I don't think, back in the Comoros, but it is certainly something of a reality check. Compete at the Cup of Nations for the first time, and next year, Africa's best. And they have been sliced apart mercilessly here in Cairo. And Comoros pay the ultimate price once more by Afsha and Salah. Just rounding the goalkeeper before slotting home. Need Beckham to finish off that sort of opportunity. And he makes no mistake, I should say. Grabbing his second goal. Run from Selemani. Well, there's something of an exercise in damage limitation now for Comoros. Conceded double the number of goals here in the first 25 minutes. They had conceded through 5 previous qualifiers. Held out for a goalless draw against Egypt in Moroni some 18 months ago. Completely different story here in Cairo. Selimani, decent hit, spilled by El Shinawi, but close to him though. Able to grab it at the second attempt. Changama. Again, Comoros being made to pay for any stray passes, particularly in their own half. Gabba. The man caught there by Rafadine Abdullah. '81 places between these two countries in the latest FIFA World Rankings in that golfing class. Certainly on display this afternoon. Egypt, the 6th ranked African nation, at 49th in the world. As for Comoros, well, they are up to 130. Still a long way behind the likes of the Pharaohs. Squads primarily comprised of players playing in lower divisions across Europe. Another chastening experience for Comoros and their coach in this one. Plenty of learning to be taken from it, I suspect, for Amir Abdu and his players. I'll be keen to get across the point that this is the level they can expect in next year's finals. Will have to up their game, particularly if they are to try and match the sort of run that Madagascar had on their debut in the 2019 edition, getting all the way to the quarter-finals after beating the likes of Nigeria in the group stage. Salah. This time ball is cut out by Dahoma. Mistake though once more inside their own half, and Egypt are on the attack. Salah, will he go it alone? This time the shot is blocked. Danger not still not over though. Cross from Afsha, just a little too deep. cut out by Ali Gaba. It's the one real shot of note so far for Comoros. Long-range free kick. And Faiz Soleimani to draw a save out of Mohamed El Shinawi. That was just about it in terms of bright spots for Comoros. Opportunity once more though. This time it was sliced over the top by Yusuf Mchangama. Played off by Soleimani. And Bakari can't quite control it. Just beyond his outstretched leg. Egypt lost Hamdi Fati in the draw against Kenya. Sidelined with an arm injury. He was expected to miss a couple of months. The Al Ahly player. Almeni. Salah. Ball strikes the referee, so that should be a drop ball. Mohamed Hegazi also missing for Egypt in this one. Returns back to Saudi Arabia to link up with his club after the Kenya clash due to the current travel restrictions between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. So no Hegazi in defence. Hamada rushes off his line, doesn't get anywhere near it in the end, and the header from Trezeguet lands on the roof of the net. Rush of blood there from Ahamada. Flapped at it, very nearly presented Trezeguet the chance for a fifth. Side Bakari. A throw in for Comoros. Just under 10 minutes to go until half time. The first 45 minutes completely dominated by Egypt. Sharp learning curve for Comoros this afternoon. Cross charged down by Goma. Key thing for the Comoros, though, to try and learn something from this defeat. That is barring an unlikely comeback. We have seen it before in qualifying for next year's finals. Nigeria 4 goals to the good before drawing at 4-4. As they came against Sierra Leone at home in November of last year. Remarkable game that. Nigeria 4 goals ahead inside the opening 30 minutes. Sierra Leone pulled one back just before half-time and then scored 3 times in the last 20 minutes to come away with an incredible 4-4 draw. The point that has ultimately kept them still in the running for a place in the finals. They have just 4 points from 5 matches, 4 draws, much like Kenya in this group. They would qualify with a victory over Benin in their final game, depending on the score in that one. Lost the first meeting to Benin 1-0 in November of 2019. They host the same side in Freetown tomorrow, with the second place on the line in Group L, Nigeria. And despite that aberration against Sierra Leone, have wrapped up qualification now following their 1-0 victory in Benin. 2 days ago, a late injury time goal scored in that one by Paul Onuachu, late towering striker who plays for Belgian club Genk. Hamada. It is straight out by Selemani. Chance here perhaps for the Comoros. Decent shot towards goal by Nasser Chamid. Turned behind by El Shinawi. Was on target. On the strike, El Shinawi going down low to cover that near post. Corner for Comoros. Played in to the area, headed away by Trezeguet, I think it was. Back on the ball now. Salah, let's use that speed of his. Oh, Shinawi. Could be back in action in just a few days' time. Mohamed El Shinawi, as defending Champions League holders Al Ahly take on Al Merrikh in Omdurman in Sudan. A game scheduled for Saturday. Al Ahly, who beat fellow Cairo rival Zamalek in last year's final, could secure a place in the last 8 with a round to play. And the victory against Al Merrikh, depending on the result in the other game between Fi Club and Simba. Salah. So just a couple of minutes left in this first 45 minutes. Egypt have just taken their foot off the pedal a little bit. After racing into a 4-goal lead inside 25 minutes in Cairo. After this is El Neni, scorer of the opening goal. Fine curling strike from the edge of the area from Mohamed El Neni. And then Gabriel Afshar. Sharif takes a touch on its way behind. Kasim Ndahoma getting a piece on that shot. Corner cleared away at the near post, but Afshar may get another chance here. Swings in again, and once more headed clear this time by Yusuf. I suspect it'll be quite some atmosphere if fans have been allowed into this one, as it is. Rather strange, eerie feeling with Egypt 4 goals to the good. Just the 1 minute to be added on at the end of this first half. Ali Kaber put forward, head up in to the air. Bakari wasn't able to keep that ball in play. Salah. Well played through here. Ahamada off his line in time. Boots it clear. That's a Chamed. Had the best chance of this first half for Comoros. Layoff here as well to hold off the defender Yusuf. Changama for Yusuf.
Nil for the Pharaohs after the first 45 minutes here in Cairo, as Mohamed Salah, who entered this match without having scored a goal in qualifying, has 2 within 2 minutes, and it is a strong first 45 for the Pharaohs. We'll have the Express halftime coming up after the break here on beIN Sports.
So Kasim Ahmad, Faiz Matwa and Yusuf Ibrahim all enter the fray for Comoros for the second 45 minutes at the Cairo International Stadium. Or just brushing the leg of the referee there. A couple of times that's happened now in the game. Early touch for Ganesh. Saw Faiz Selemani take aim from a similar sort of a distance in the first half. Did get it on target. Pretty straightforward save for Mohamed El Shinawi on that occasion. Just a couple of men in the wall here. It's like another direct strike at goal. This time it's wide of the target. Yusuf Mchangama this time, trying his luck. It's Mohamed Mchangama among the three players replaced for Comoros at the start of this second half. Miscommunication between Ganesh and his defender Ali Gaba. All held up nicely by Faiz Matwa. Still going, here's Matwa. A little deflection, I think, off El Wench. And seemingly not kept in play either by Ganesh. Will be a corner for Comoros here. Selemani to deliver, deep one this. Salah who gathers it outside the area. Geba controlled and helped on by El Nani. Goma just let it run for the throw-in. Egypt coach Hossam Al-Badri probably pretty pleased with what he saw from his side in the first half. 61-year-old. replaced Javier Aguirre, who was sacked from his position after the Class 16 exit at the 2019 Cup of Nations. It's a slow but steady progression in qualifying for the Faroes. They did wrap up a place in next year's finals with one match to spare. They have turned on the style belatedly here against Comoros. Knocked back towards Ganesh, and he will have to dive down to keep that one from skipping behind. Wench. Last touch is off Trezeguet. Bakari. Will knock back to the right back. And played out for an Egyptian throw-in. So a lot to learn for Comoros and their coach Amir Abdu. But again, I think the defeat is unlikely to rain too much on their parade. Main thing for them, securing a spot at the finals for the first time. Always fancied Egypt to get the job done against the Islanders at home. Wench. Clicked on by Trezeguet. Goma ahead towards Sheriff. Already scored one. Almada gets to it first.
وين عبد الله خلي بالك ايه اطلع واحد
Trezeguet. A couple of green shirts preventing him from getting the cross in. Goma, Ahamada flaps at it. Chance here perhaps for a fifth. Sheriff laid off. Asher, down he goes, just outside the area. Referee unmoved though. Tidy 1-2 exchange between Omar Gaba and Salah. Trezeguet gets its shot off. Blocked by Ahamada, then claimed a follow-up cross by the Comoros goalkeeper. This is Silamani. Does have a man to his left. Throws it through to him now. Just one man in the box to try and aim for. There's Yusuf Ibrahim. The shot outside the boot, trying to bend it towards that far corner. Munchangana That was the incident down at the other end. Mabashir went down. We did have that left ankle of his clipped by the defender. Well, both coaches still the best part of a year to prepare their respective sides for next year's finals, which will be back on their traditional January-February slot. The move to the June-July time slot knocked on the head. So it's better here from Comoros. Ball into the feet of Matois. Angle always working against him there. The substitutes picking out the side netting. Just 20 years of age, Faiz Matois.
اطلع فوق فوق ولد يا علي
El Wench. Goma. Egypt unchanged as yet. So we will have, I beg your pardon, they have already made one change. The goalkeeper Mohamed El Shinawi was taken off at half-time. Give an opportunity to Mahmoud Ganesh. First booking of the contest. Be doled out by the referee here. Just the target on Goma by Rafadine Abdullah. So it looks as if Mohamed Farouk is getting prepared for Egypt here. How much longer will Mohamed Salah be left on for Egypt? A couple of key games coming up for Liverpool in the next 10 days or so, starting against Arsenal in the Premier League and the first leg of their Champions League at quarter-final against Real Madrid. It's Afshar with a free kick here. Looks as if Adhamada almost advanced too far, but able to retreat in time and take that with ease in the end. So Liverpool drawn against record at 13-time Champions League winners Real Madrid in a repeat of the 28th final in this season's quarter-finals. Also a reunion between Salah and Real Madrid and Spain defender Sergio Ramos. It was a collision, a challenge by Ramos that led to a dislocated shoulder for Salah in the 2018 showpiece, and very nearly compromised Salah's World Cup hopes with Egypt as they returned to the global tournament for the first time since 1990. Was eventually named in the squad. Egypt had a pretty miserable time of it once they got to the finals. There will be two changes, in fact, made by the Egyptians here. Mohamed Farouk take the place of Trezeguet. And Yasser Ibrahim will replace the scorer of the second goal and provider of the third, Mohamed Sharif. Substitute Yasser Ibrahim involved straight away here. Inside Bakari forced it behind for corner kick. Comoro. Ball just bouncing around inside that area. Whistle does go for a foul on Silimani. Comoro. Clearance finds Salah. Bouncing forward here. Wakeba helped on. This is Mohamed Farouk, lays it off to Afsha. It's onto his right foot. Layoff here. El Neni. This time it drags it wide. Has scored one already from distance. This one a little bit further out. So Fouad Basharou will be replaced by Yassine Bouran here for Comoros. Salah leads the attack here for Egypt. Farouk tried to square it for fellow substitute Yasser Ibrahim. Luckily for Comoros, there was a defender back in the right place to deny the hosts a fifth. Salah just with his hand raised on the far side of the pitch. Quite a bit of space as well. Almeni. El Wench. Crossfield ball to the feet of Salah. El Neni. Salah of Farouk. Well, Comoros have stemmed the bleeding, kept a lid on Egypt for the last 40 minutes, but the home side just starting to threaten once more. Five green shirts forward for this free kick. It's a header from the captain, Abdu. A wench. Gomar eyes this one. Caught underneath it, Kasim Madoma. Selemani. Different one to control, but Changama does a decent job in the end and will win the free kick. Free kick given for the handball by El Wench. Will just poked forward by Changama. Mahmoud Ganesh has had little to do since coming on at half-time. Will he finally be forced into a save of note here? Selemani placed the ball down. Ireland's 25 yards from goal. Has already had one crack at the target from a set-piece situation. He whipped this one up beyond Ganesh, up he steps. It's well over the top in the end. Disappointing. Plays in Belgium for Kortrijk, Selemani. Like his coach, Amir Abdu was born in Marseille in the south of France. Selemani involved once more, trying to sprint beyond. Nicely done here by Buran. Cross held up and then laid off, but no genuine opportunity really presenting itself. And then nodded back towards Ganesh by Omar Gaber. And two Pyramids FC players in this starting lineup this afternoon for Egypt. Namesake Ali Gaber also plays for last year's Confederation Cup finalists. Matua running at the defence again. It's into the area, ball just taken away from him by Goma. Farouk finds Salah. Omar Gaber. Nicely done by the Liverpool player there. Back with him now. Pass received from Omar Gaber. Salah, three players ahead of him. Man to his right as well finds him. It is El Neni. Flag is raised though Tarek Hamid. Should be the fourth change coming up for Egypt here. You get Zamalek midfield. Al-Sulia dispossessed well by Soleimani. He certainly hasn't given up fighting, Soleimani. Buran, bit of space here for Mchangama. Bakar. Go behind, last touch on Abdallah Gouma. It's the final 20 minutes in Cairo. Egypt haven't been able to add to their 4 goals yet in this second half. El-Sulia, who makes way for Tarek Hamid. Will hand over the skipper's armband to Mohamed Salah. So Yusuf Mchangama plays the corner in from the right, headed away by Ali Gaba. Soleimani, let's take a touch, it did. Will be another corner, this time from the opposite side for Comoros. Through his hands. Whistle goes though, impeded by an opposing player. I suppose one thing that Comoros will certainly have learned from this encounter is that mistakes, particularly at the back, will be punished against the best teams in Africa. Although to their credits, they haven't down tools or capsized in this second half. Certainly haven't capitulated despite any hope of getting results. Basically evaporating inside the first 25 minutes as they fell 4 goals behind. Mchangama. This is Matua. Kassim Ahmed. Last touch is off Omar Gaba. Challenge, pokes the ball through. Tariq Hamid, Salah here. Can he get a hat-trick? Slips as he went to strike towards goal. So Egypt's getting ready to make their fifth and final change. Mustafa Fati set to be brought on for the last 15 minutes or so. It's not a bad hit from Yusuf Mchangama. They cross it nicely. Well, Comoros have certainly come a long way in the last decade or so, having suffered a 10-2 aggregate defeat against Madagascar and qualifying ahead of the 2010 World Cup and Africa Cup of Nations. The last change for Egypt, Ahmed Magdi Afsha replaced, and Mustafa Fati come on in his place. So it was always going to be a tall order for Comoros in this one. But of course, have the big prize of a place in next year's 24-team finals. That is what matters most. Matwa here, neat ball through, cut back, and headed behind by Omar Gaba. Not entirely sure that was on target. He wasn't willing to take any risks, Gaba. Just goes to show, though, Comoros and Madagascar in preliminary qualifying for those tournaments a decade ago. Madagascar reached the last eight of the 2019 at Cup of Nations. This time it's Ali Gaba heads away. Kept in, though, by Goma. Salah spreads play to the right-hand side. This is Mustafa Fati. Shapes it onto his left, and the shot is blocked for a corner. Taken quickly. Comoros just switching off there. Laid off by Salah. Palmed out by Ahamada. Fortunately for him, it took a green shirt. Well, no doubt a disappointing result for Comoros as they're 10 minutes away from their first defeat in Group G. They are working towards bigger and better things, no doubt. The qualification for the finals, the culmination. But 7 years in charge for Ahmet. The fruits of his hard labour. He still has the best part of a year to try and improve his side. Can they grab a late consolation here? He was actually coached by Abdou Nouadhibou, who had the chance. That was the opportunity down at the other end, pulled away by Ahamada. Yusuf Ibrahim and Foz Faidin Atuman, who we haven't seen this afternoon, both coached by Abdou. In Mauritania with Nouadhibou, all three joining the club in November. We'll spread out here to the left, and Kasim Ahamada, Soleimani, Abdullah, Soleimani, chance to cross here, headed away well by El Wench. Very nearly latched onto that. Inside Bakari, sprawled out. Sliding tackle made by Mohamed Farouk. Bakari. Last touch. It's off Tariq Hamid. Comoros keep possession. Bakari, though, muscled off it by Hamid. Mohamed Farouk. Goma. Abdou. And then Hamid. Goma. Controlled well by Ibrahim. Gets back up onto his feet. Ball eventually nicked away from him, but he will win the free kick. Final change to be made by Comoros. Will be Rafidin Abdullah to make way. Ahmed Money. Come on for the last 6+ minutes of this one. Plays in the French lower leagues with Annecy. Money. Tariq Hamid. El Neni. It was a long time ago now that he opened the scoring. Mohamed El Neni. Salah also with a couple of goals to his name in this one. Gomar wants a back forward. Ahmad gets there ahead. Oh, but Salah. Ahmed wins it. El Neni tries to sub it through to Salah. The ball is intercepted. Yasser Ibrahim. Laid off by Salah. Still going is Fatty. Goes behind for a goal kick. Ran himself out of options in the end. Al Wench. And Ganesh gets there before Matois can try and scamper onto the end of it. Ali Gabba. Abdullah Goma. Al Neni. El Wench. Ali Gabba. Tariq Hamid, one of the 5 changes made by Egypt in this second half. Mustafa Fatty trying to attack it. Misread the bounce. It'll be a free kick in the other direction. I suppose the question is for the Comoros and their coach Amer Abdou, as will he seek to try and strengthen the squad by recruiting some more members of the Comorian diaspora ahead of next year's finals. Matois here. Excellent run from Matois and very nearly a consolation goal. Ball striking El Wench and going behind for a corner. Not sure he knew too much about it, the defender. He has looked lively, Matois, since coming on. Not giving up the fight there, dispossessing Goma and skipping past a couple of defenders. Last touch, in fact, off Gabba. Or can the Colicants at least come away with a consolation goal late on here in Cairo? That's not going to do it. Gomar, body checked by Yusuf Mnchangama. Free kick given the foul on Yasser Ibrahim. Approaching the last minute of the 90 now in Cairo. All 4 goals coming inside the opening 25 minutes for Egypt. Given away here. 3 green shirts forwards. Plenty of red shirts back. This is Matois. Been impressed by him in the second half. That cross, though, slightly overhit. Well, surely the likes of Najim Abdou, the captain, at now 36 years of age, won't be around for much longer in the national side, but the likes of Faiz Matois, just 20 years of age, potentially a future cornerstone of this side. Here is Matois. As for Ajaccio, the French second division. Struggling this season, Ajaccio, having finished third in Ligue 2 last season. Denied a shot at promotion though. That was after the playoff between the team finishing bottom of the top flight and the team coming third in the French second division was scrapped. Once the French football authorities called an early end to the season. Bakari. Gomar gives him no way past. Referee just having discussion here with Faiz Soleimani. Not quite sure what that's all about. Whether he said something out of turn or was just unhappy with the decision with the free kick. I suspect it was the latter. Salah driving here. Can he get that hat-trick right at the end? Still going is Mohamed Salah. Runs into too many green shirts. Mustafa Fati. Ball swung in. 2 minutes have now passed at the end of the 90. Faiz Soleimani. One last opportunity, perhaps. Sliding challenge.
Well, a dominant first half by Egypt, and then they put it on cruise control in the second half. They will top Group G, the 4-0 victory at the Cairo International Stadium, as Egypt solidify their place in the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, which will take place in Cameroon. And of course, you cannot count out the Egyptians. They will be one of the heavy favorites to win this match. And of course, Mohamed Salah, the fans, they love him. He is the most popular player in Egypt. If you go by Instagram followers, he is the most popular Egyptian on the planet. So Mohamed Salah getting some love and doing his best to take selfies and pictures with the Egyptian fans that are here in Cairo for this matchup. 4-0 the final. Mohamed Salah with a brace in this encounter. Let's take a look at the best action from the 90 minutes. Mohamed Al-Neni, Arsenal midfielder, with a golazo, a well-worked goal, well-taken goal, I should say. And it is 1-0 for Egypt over Comoros. And then about 3 minutes later, a mistake in the back, the pass by Najima, captain of Comoros, essentially passing it to Mohamed Magdi, and he finds his Al Ahly teammate Mohamed Sharif, and it is 2-0 for Egypt. And they were never really threatened after this point by Comoros. Well done by Mohamed Sharif to beat Ali Ahamada in goal for Comoros. It's going to be 3 with the first of qualifying for Mohamed Salah. The Liverpool striker and two-time African Player of the Year puts it over the line into the back of the net for his first in qualifying. An easy finish, getting assist from Mohamed Sharif, who had scored the previous goal for the Pharaohs. Calm, cool, and composed, as he has done so many times in the Premier League for Liverpool. And then the fourth goal would fall, a mistake in the back, and it's going to be Mohamed Magdi setting up Mohamed Salah. And you know, when he rounds the keeper, 100% chance that it's going to go over the line into the back of the net, and that was the case. And it is 4-0 for Egypt. 4 goals in the span of about 10 minutes for the Pharaohs at home at Cairo International Stadium. Both of these teams were level on points coming into this matchup, but Egypt showing they are the clear top team in Group G. Thank you for watching this presentation of Egypt and Comoros here on beIN Sports. More African Cup of Nations qualifiers on the network. Best action from the 90 minutes. Mohamed Al-Neni, Arsenal midfielder, with a golazo, a well-worked goal, well-taken goal, I should say. And it is 1-0 for Egypt over Comoros. And then about 3 minutes later, a mistake in the back, the pass by Najima, captain of Comoros, essentially passing it to Mohamed Magdi, and he finds his Al Ahly teammate, Mohamed Sharif. And it is 2-0 for Egypt. And they were never really threatened after this point by Comoros. Well done by Mohamed Sharif to beat Ali Ahamada in goal for Comoros. It's going to be 3 with the first of qualifying for Mohamed Salah. The Liverpool striker and two-time African Player of the Year puts it over the line into the back. And then for his first in qualifying, an easy finish, getting an assist from Mohamed Sharif, who had scored the previous goal for the Pharaohs. Calm, cool, and composed, as he has done so many times in the Premier League for Liverpool. And then the fourth goal would fall, a mistake in the back, and it's going to be Mohamed Magdi setting up Mohamed Salah. And you know, when he rounds the keeper, 100% chance that it's going to go over the line into the back of the net, and that was the case. And it is 4-0 for Egypt. 4 goals in the span of about 10 minutes for the Pharaohs at home at Cairo International Stadium. Both of these teams were level on points coming into this matchup, but Egypt best action from the 90 minutes. Mohamed Al-Neni, Arsenal midfielder, with a golazo, a well-worked goal, well-taken goal, I should say. And it is 1-0 for Egypt over Comoros. And then about 3 minutes later, a mistake in the back, the pass by Najima, captain of Comoros, essentially passing it to Mohamed Magdi, and he finds his Al Ahly teammate, Mohamed Sharif. And it is 2-0 for Egypt. And they were never really threatened after this point by Comoros. Well done by Mohamed Sharif to beat Ali Ahamada in goal for Comoros. It's going to be 3 with the first of qualifying for Mohamed Salah. The Liverpool striker and two-time African Player of the Year puts it over the line into the back. And then for his first in qualifying, an easy finish, getting an assist from Mohamed Sharif, who had scored the previous goal for the Pharaohs. Calm, cool, and composed, as he has done so many times in the Premier League for Liverpool. And then the fourth goal would fall, a mistake in the back, and it's going to be Mohamed Magdi setting up Mohamed Salah. And you know, when he rounds the keeper, 100% chance that it's going to go over the line into the back of the net, and that was the case. And it is 4-0 for Egypt. 4 goals in the span of about 10 minutes for the Pharaohs at home at Cairo International Stadium. Both of these teams were level on points coming into this matchup, but Egypt